So now the recording has started, and I want to welcome everybody. Today is the 4th of September, a brand new month. Tonight we're going to finish up our series on sleep. Tonight we'll cover how to get a healthy sleep, which is a lot of fun. The next series we're going to do is going to be on blood sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Anybody that wants to ask questions or anything, just speak up. In this room, Martha is our health coaches. Martha Pickering has been a health coach since 2011. So has Dorothy, and Lisa is a health coach. So we have a lot of health coaches that we all share the responsibility and we help each other.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. So the gentleman that you see in the corner in the wheelchair, we just lost Dick. Dick is Marsha Pickering's husband. Dick was a real success story. He was in the wheelchair with oxygen. This was back in 2010, and he was near death then, and he got on the program. He lost the weight. He got off of the oxygen. He got out of the wheelchair, and we had him another 7 years, 8 years, Marsh?
See, he started 2011 and he died this past year.
Wow.
And Dick was a health coach as well, and he loved being the inspiration to other people, and he loved being in this group of people. I haven't talked to Martha you about the health challenge that we all participate in, so I can tell you about this later if you have an interest. But Crush Your Goals starts on September 10th. It's separate from the program. It's not part of the program, but it's a good way to stay compliant in the program. It's a lot of help. Lisa, why don't you explain what Crush Your Goals is?
It is it's sponsored by Meltdown Challenge, but essentially what it is, it's a group of like-minded people that come together online, and we learn, it helps us to stay accountable. Every day you have daily readings that just kind of help keep you focused in all the areas of health: sleep, hydration, exercise, nutrition. And a lot of us that are in here have been doing it for a long time. I joined after I joined the program, and I find that it supports my journey in the program with just tips and tricks. And then we also have a room where those of us that are in here that are in the challenge, we chat online. I mean, we do posts, so we're all sharing about how our days are going and things, either successes or things we need help with. And so we support each other in there, and I really enjoy it, and I found it very helpful. So if you're interested, I would sure have Mommy share with you about it more.
And every day you go in and get points, and there's it's a 4-week program, and at the end of 4 weeks, then you have a little opportunity to win a little bit of money, but just about enough to pay for what it costs you to join it. So what we've been, and I can talk to you about that tomorrow, Martha. Dr. A's Habits of Health, Chapter 17, Sleep is the Nurturer, and we started this series with Sleep, the National Geographic article that was so good. And last week we covered the part with Dr. Anderson where he talks about how important sleep is to you. Tonight we're going to talk about the steps to a healthy sleep. And the habits of healthy sleep. When you were 20, you probably didn't think much about sleep. You had plenty of melatonin coursing through your body, and whether you were at a rock concert or crashing on a fridge floor, sleep came naturally. Times have changed, and what worked for you then probably isn't working now. In fact, your current rituals and habits may be in direct conflict with healthy sleep. That's why you need to become an active participant in creating healthy sleep habits. After all, your melatonin levels isn't getting any higher. There's never been a better time to adopt strategies to get through your first 100 years in great shape. Tony's living to 111. Let's begin with a simple assessment of the quality and quantity of your sleep. So when I ask these questions, each of you can answer them personally for yourself. And the part one is the quantity. How much sleep do you get? First, answer the following questions. What time do you turn off the lights to go to bed? And how long does it take you to fall asleep? How often do you wake up during the night? How long do you stay awake each time? And what time do you wake up in the morning? So, and I'll post this in the support group so you don't have to worry about doing it now. But you take your sleep window. That's the time from when the lights went out to the waking up. And then you subtract the time you spent awake in bed. And then you're going to have the amount of sleep that you got. Men should be looking to sleep at least 8 hours and women at least 7 hours. I have said this before, but I'm going to say it for Martha's benefit. But I was one of those people that if I got 4 hours sleep a night, that was like sleeping in for me. And I took these steps to heart with Dr. Anderson, and I now regularly sleep between 6 and 7 hours and closer to 7 hours, and that is just a miracle for me. Answering the questions below every day for 1 week, entering your responses in a sleep log, and I'll post the sleep log for you. The results will help you figure out which behaviors are affecting your sleep. What time did you get into bed last night? What time did you get out of bed this morning? What hours did you actually sleep? Did you take a nap? For how long? Did you consume alcohol? How much and at what time? Did you exercise? How long and at what time? Did you drink coffee or other caffeinated beverages? How much and at what time? And what hours did you watch television? And did you take medications and at what time there? Lisa, would you pick up here?
Now that you got a baseline for the sleep assessment, let's work on improving the quantity and quality of your sleep. We'll start by finding out how your brain is programmed so we can help you return it to its default mode sleep. Step 1, find your chronotype. Are you a lark or an owl? Your chronotype reflects whether you wake up early and are active and alert in the first part of the day or prefer to stay up late and are most alert in the evening. Most people aren't wholly one or the other, but somewhere in between. If most of your sleep occurs at the wrong time of day for your chronotype, it's harder to get the rest you need. Optimally, 2 circadian markers, maximum amount of melatonin and minimum core body temperature should occur after the middle of your sleep hours before you wake up.
Dorothy.
Scientists have found melatonin declines rapidly after its peak, which may account for their ability to get up early. It declines more slowly in the night hours. As far as body temperature, morning types reach their minimum temperature about 4 o'clock a.m. and evening types at 6 a.m., closer to the time they usually have to get up. While morning types and evening types both seem to need about the same amount of sleep, knowing which one you are will help you determine which habits and behaviors suit your needs and are therefore more likely to succeed. If you're a lark, you might want to get to bed earlier, complete your task list in the evening, and exercise in the morning. Actually, this is the ideal time. If you're a night owl, see if you can rearrange your work schedule so that you can arrive and leave work later.
Pickering.
Whatever type you are, there's a good chance you have to get up for work in the morning. So in order to set your bedtime, you should first decide what time you need to get up. Count backwards from that time, 7 hours for a woman or 8 hours for a man. That's when you should be asleep. Your bedtime, the point at which all lights and other electronic devices are off, marks the beginning of the sleep legacy period or falling asleep time. It doesn't really matter if your bedtime is 9 p.m. or 1 a.m. What's important is establishing a uniform pattern that sets a rhythm and puts your pineal gland back in charge. Remember that the optimum sleep length, 7 hours for women, 8 for men, is just a guideline. You need to find out what's optimal for you. A good time to do this is on vacation, when you're left behind the hustle and bustle of your everyday routine. Yes, that includes the kids, and can say goodbye to the alarm clock for a while.
Thank you. Bird Mom.
Stop, she's
Muted.
muted.
Is she unmuting?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Go ahead.
You should reach a point when you're going to bed at the same time each night and waking up the same time each day feeling rested. That's the optimal sleep length for you. Even cutting back by 1 hour can decrease your alertness by 35% and move you to a non-sick state. You'll know you've hit it right when you wake up just before the alarm clock was set to go off.
Martha, do you want to read with us?
No, I'll just watch tonight.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to Lisa.
Step 3, set your routine. Today's chaotic schedules mean that, for the most part, we sleep only when our inability to function forces us to. But with a little planning, you can change the behaviors that are sabotaging your sleep. In fact, from the moment you wake up, you can start preparing to sleep better that very night. During the day, get out of bed. Once you wake up, get up. Limit your in-bed activities to sleeping and lovemaking to avoid sending the wrong signals to your brain. Limit caffeine. You don't have to give up coffee or caffeinated tea, just savor them in the morning. Once noon rolls around, limit or avoid anything caffeinated and make sure you have absolutely no caffeine within 3 hours of sleep time.
I like machines.
How much? Who's laughing and for what? I want to hear.
Don't mind me.
Yeah? Okay. So caffeine, how much is too much? And there's different sources of caffeine, and it does impact you in other ways than just affecting your sleep. Migraine headaches. I hear people get the migraine headaches when they don't get it. I have really heard that people get migraine headaches from drinking it. Accelerated heartbeat, muscle tremors, upset stomach, frequent urination, also insomnia, nervousness, irritability, and restlessness. And it comes from diet drinks, energy drinks, espresso, coffee, and energy shots. I actually have seen the heart after you've drank one of those energy drinks, and it's ugly, let me tell you.
It is.
Eating responsibly.
I like him.
What'd you say? I missed it.
Just the guy, the picture.
Oh, with his eyes? I love that too. That's why I put it there.
I think that's cool.
Eat responsibly. Avoid eating within 3 hours of sleeping. If you really need something before bed, try a small glass of skim milk or chamomile tea. For optimal sleep, eliminate high glycemic foods throughout the day and avoid large, energy-dense, or fatty meals in the evening. A small fueling or portion-controlled meal is fine. Say no to naps. Children need more sleep than they can get in a night, but for adults, napping is a recipe for sleep disruption, especially if you doze off for longer than an hour. If you're so tired that you need to nap, avoid high glycemic and fatty foods at lunch and schedule your sleep time a little earlier. I actually went through all of these different processes at one time or the other. That being said, a short 5-minute power nap won't hurt as long as your boss doesn't catch it. In the evening is your time, and it's important to plan for it wisely. Dorothy, pick up from there.
As you head home from work, make a mental note of any task or activities that need to be done. For instance, plan to complete your EAT exercise and any other activities that make you break into a sweat at least 2 hours before bed, and even earlier if it seems to interrupt your latency. Here are some guidelines to help you prepare for what I call sleepy time, the half hour before lights out. Decrease stimulation. Since the pineal gland is light sensitive, it's a good idea to lower your home's ambient light several hours before bed. Turning on a bright light to look for something you need the next day can startle your third eye. 30 minutes before you plan to hit the pillow, shut off the TV, including the news, stop emailing and surfing the internet, and turn off loud music. Disturbing images and work emails can lead to repetitive thoughts when you're trying to drift off to sleep.
Now, do you guys remember when they said that the pineal gland is the only thing inside our head that has access to the outside?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is where all of our control for sleep is coming from. But I did find that interesting. I'm sure that's why they call it the third eye as well. Bird Mom.
Eliminate cell phone use. Recent research indicates that radiation from your phone may actually stimulate your brain and interrupt sleep. A study at Wayne State University concluded that people who use their cell phones in the evening took longer to fall asleep and experienced more headaches. If you must talk on the cell phone in the evening, use a headset and turn it off at least 2 hours before you plan to fall asleep. Minimize liquid intake. Getting up to go to the bathroom is a common sleep disruption. If you find this happening to you, avoid drinking anything 2 hours before bed and make sure to empty your bladder just before turning in.
Tony.
Avoid exercise within 2 hours of bedtime. Any other time of the day, exercise is a good thing, helping increase the body's natural chemical that induces sleep, but is too stimulating right before sleep. And make sure you're not sacrificing sleep time for exercise by getting up too early. Giving up some TV time instead leaves you with room in your schedule for exercise and no negative consequences.
Take your medications. If pain or allergies keep you up, make sure you take any medications an hour before bed so they have time to reach effectiveness. A hot bath can help pain relievers such as ibuprofen get to those sore muscles quicker. Of course, check with your doctor before taking any medications. Avoid alcohol within 90 minutes of bedtime. Alcohol is actually a stimulant, and we've heard that before, and can suppress normal sleep patterns. When used to induce sleep, it can cause you to wake up in an arousal state and make healthy sleep difficult to come by. If you're finding it hard to get to sleep, you may even want to try skipping the drink with dinner. Resolve family issues, arguments with your spouse, logistical concerns about getting the kids to school, to-do lists for the next day. All these issues should be resolved before sleepy time. Never go to bed mad. Dorothy, go ahead.
This is your time to leave the rest of the world behind. By developing your own personal sleep ritual, one that stays the same each night, you create a conditioned response that tells your body, your brain, and everyone else that you're going off duty. You send the message that just like a closed ticket window, you and your neurons are simply no longer available unless the house is on fire, that is. Number one, preparing your bedroom. Aim to make your bedroom as visually calming, mentally relaxing, and stress-free as possible. That means that pets, children, and other critters should be in their proper place, usually their own beds. And if your significant other snores or has restless legs, get them to the doctor. You'll be helping them out and increasing your chances of a good night's sleep.
Lisa?
Number one, preparing yourself. Take some time in the bathroom to wash your face, floss, and brush your teeth. If you have time, take a hot bath or shower. Research indicates that as your body temperature comes down, your body gets sleepy. Then head into some comfy, loose-fitting PJs that don't overheat you. Flannel in the winter and cotton in the summer usually does the trick, and maybe even I can't see that.
Even a
pair of socks to dilate blood vessels in your feet and help you relax. Getting into bed. Once you're in bed and ready to get sleepy, keep things calm. Some people like to meditate, do breathing exercise, or even a little yoga. You may choose to read a relaxing book, set a time limit, cuddle with your partner, or relax with a scalp, neck, shoulder, or foot massage, or whatever else comes up. Or just turn off the light and share a good night kiss. You can even count sheep. The most important thing is just to let go and let your body drift off naturally without forcing or obsessing. Just release. Sweet dreams.
So create a great environment for sleep. Make your bedroom a comfortable sleep-inducing cocoon. Here are some tips. The color. Choose a color that soothes you to encourage sleep. Soft pastels such as light blue, green, peach, lavender, yellow, and ivory are common colors, but so are rich, warm, dark colors such as medium to dark green, chocolate brown, or any rich tans. Lights, put your lights on a dimmer and use the lowest setting. Avoid fluorescent bulbs in the bedroom. Scented candles are fine as long as you remember to blow them out before you get too sleepy. Once the lights are out, make sure your room is completely dark, free of moonlight, street light, and glowing clocks, and other electrical devices, especially the TV. If necessary, invest in blackout curtains, blinds, or shutters. Try aromatherapy scents like camille, jasmine, lavender, neroli, rose, sandalwood, or sweet marjoram. Add essential oils to a dispenser or a hot bath, or just put a few drops on a hanky and slip it under your pillowcase. Your bed, take your time choosing a mattress that's the right level of firmness for you. Make sure your spine is aligned neutrally with your pillow, not too high or too low. Make sure your bed doesn't get too hot or too cold during the night. Far infrared quilts, sheets, and pillows can help keep your body temperature neutral. Avoid electric blankets, which can interfere with sleep. Cool the room to 68 degrees or lower and maintain adequate ventilation. Put things away before you make your pre-bedtime bathroom stop so you're ready to relax once your head hits the pillow. So who knew there was so much to do for preparing for sleep? Because I did not. And I doubt anyone does all of that. But I can tell you personally, by taking each one of those things and changing it, just like getting what time I went to bed, getting my bedroom where it was conducive for sleep. We have the TV in our bedroom. All those things helped me get from, I swear from this chapter, but sleep was one of my unhealthy habits that I had. The worst part for me to start getting 7 hours of sleep is that I lost the time that I was doing things that you can't make up. But the sleep was far more important in terms of my health than the time I was using to do stuff that I could have done during the daytime. Because by the time it got into the daytime, I didn't do things because I was too tired from not getting the sleep that I needed in the first place. Lisa Lisa suffered with bipolar and other mental issues, and for her, it was nutrition. So my habit of health that I really was lacking in was the sleep habit health. So it's putting all these different habits of health together that really give you that opportunity to have optimal health. And once you go through and you change the way you're eating, get your weight where you want to get it, then it's time to start thinking what you're going to do in a physical sense and the sleep sense, the stress sense. And all these are things that we can work on for the rest of our life. And weight never stays the same. It's something you're going to always be working on. So I got a little video from Dr. A now. I'll go back and share my screen again.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wayne Anderson, author of The Habits of Health, and I'm talking today a little bit about yourself. I know you may have struggled with your weight before. We live in a crazy time, and I know you've tried, probably dieted before. It probably hasn't worked for you. 85% of people that lose weight gain it back within 2 years. Well, let's talk today a little bit about you and possibly why you might have struggled. When people tell you to do something, or you say, I ought to do something, or I should do something, it's really something external to you. What really has to happen first is you have to make a decision that you want to get healthy. It all starts with ourselves. In fact, as humans, we really want to be the originator of our own ideas. We don't want somebody external telling us what to do. Well, I can tell you, think about how important reaching a healthy weight and creating optimal health could be. Think about how it would make your days be much more fun. Work would be a breeze. You could get in and out and you'd be rested and feel great, be able to have time in your leisures to follow the hobbies and things you want to do, fly around the country, go out and play sports, just spend time with your grandkids. All those things can be possible if you simply make the decision and decide, you know what, I want to get healthy. Second part is become good at it. You've got to spend time. We live in a crazy time where the obesogenic world is trying to go against our design. We were designed to store and conserve energy, and if you don't make a change and think more about what you do before you do it, The world out there is going to feed you a bunch of really unhealthy food. Your machines are going to tell you not to do what you need to do. And beyond that, you're going to be around people who are going to kind of drag you down because they're all in that same boat. So what we want to do is talk about becoming good at what you can do. And then as that happens, relate to other people. Get around people that want to be active, want to focus on health as a priority. And then beyond that, move forward and become the master of your own fate. Thank you. This is Dr. Wayne Anderson talking about you getting yourself healthy. Thanks.
All right, let's get this back up. And let's move on to next week. We're going to start the series on managing your body's insulin pump through what you eat. Your health is an investment. It's not an expense. When people talk about how much something costs them, well, what does it cost you if you don't take care of it? That's the really big question. And so tonight we're going to do our 3 little questions, and I think I will start with Dorothy.
Okay, my takeaway tonight is I try to get good sleep. I fall asleep quickly, always have, but I do get up in the night, go to the bathroom a couple times. What I'm most grateful for today is, well, the doctor referred my mother to an orthopedic doctor, so that I'm grateful for that because she's not able to walk now. She's in a wheelchair. And Dawn is also ill. She was at the hospital a couple nights ago and still in some pain, kidney type pain. So you guys know that she would be here if she could. So that's mine. And let's go to, let's see. I'm going to say Marsha because that's what I call her. Pickering.
Okay. My takeaway for tonight is I worked nights for many, many years, and after I quit working, I never got good night's sleep. But after I lost the weight and become healthier and started the challenges, the first thing I did is got rid of the TV in our bedroom. And I have put in a lot of these practices, but I still was having problem. If I went to bed before 10 o'clock, I would sleep until 1 or 2 in the morning because I always got up at 10:30. And so then I would be up and back and forth. And first I started, like I said, trying to go to bed early, and then I'd be up all night. So I started cutting my bedtime back. Instead of going to bed at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, I started going to bed like at midnight. And now I emotionally am ready to go to sleep around 9:30, about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I do get up at least once in the night, but I am sleeping until 7 in the morning. So I was really needing much more sleep. What I'm grateful for today is my girls are back in town. My daughters, I miss them terribly because I'm so used to seeing them now every day. And we all went and got our hair done. And let's see, what do I want to share today? Just that I'm doing well here, but I miss my home and I can't wait. I'm kind of getting anxious to get back to Florida.
Well, we're ready for you to get back to.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. How about Marcia? Birdman.
I guess my takeaway tonight is all the things that they tell you to do to prepare for sleep. I don't do any of them, and I sleep well. I don't shut my blinds. The light comes into my room. There's not that much light that comes in, but I like to be able to look out. I don't like to close up anything. I need to be able to see out my windows. And I sleep fine. I get up many times to go to the bathroom, but I still fall back to sleep. So I guess it's different for different people. And I also like to go to sleep later and get up later. I've always been like that.
So you're an owl.
Yeah, an owl.
I thought about that. I thought about you when we talked about the owl.
Yeah, yeah,
Larky, are you an owl or a lark?
an owl.
I like to get up early. Yeah.
Yeah, lark. Go ahead, Marsh. I didn't mean to, bird mom.
Okay, and what I'm most grateful for today was back to the gym and back to the routine, because you get kind of lazy when the holiday comes around. I mean, I use the Cove gym, but it's nice to go back to the class. And what I want to share most today is it was also nice to go down to the pool. I go down later now because I don't want to get the most intense sunshine anymore. So I went down about 5, and it still felt wonderful on my body. I took a swim, and that's about it. Okay, let's see who I'm going to give.
Have you been to Lisa's water aerobics yet?
Not yet, not yet. I think once I'm finished with my pet sitting, I'm going to try that.
Okay.
Definitely try that.
Cool.
Okay, I'd like to hand it over to Tony.
Okay. Well, let's see. When it comes to my problem is that I don't get enough sleep. So I go to bed too late. I watch TV, and I turn it off. Connie falls asleep in the middle of a sentence. Seriously, I'll be talking to her saying, honey, I think I'm going to turn this TV on in a minute. She'll say, okay, and then she start a sentence and she'll be asleep.
Wow.
So, but I need to change my habits of my sleeping. I don't get enough sleep. I'm getting maybe 7 hours, sometimes 6. Because then I get up at 6 in the morning. I don't know why. No matter what I go to sleep, 6, I'm up. And so that's the way it has been, and can't change it. I guess I don't know, but I have to try to go to bed early. Maybe if I put the beds to bed at 7:30 and go to bed immediately after that, that might work. I don't know. I might have to give that a try, but that's my biggest problems. And what I'm grateful for today is I'm glad that I got my house already in perfect condition before Connie got home at 3:30 from work, because I wanted to have a nice for her.
Oh, that's nice.
What was the next one?
What do you want to share today?
Oh, well, I was able to cook dinner for Connie, and she was happy and everything was good.
There you go.
That's what I do on Tuesdays, and I kind of cook for her.
That's
She
great.
cooks the rest of the time.
Aw,
Thank
Yeah.
you're so sweet.
Yeah.
you.
I cook at least once a week. That's it.
Marco was here when he brought me my food.
Yeah.
They don't make them like you anymore.
Well, he's the ancient version anyway. Pass it to Lisa, Tony.
That's about it.
Okay, Lisa.
Lisa.
My takeaway tonight. Well, a lot of those things I already knew, and I need to implement them. I've chosen to ignore many of them to my detriment. Twice this morning, I slept past all 7 of my alarms, and one day last week, I didn't hear the alarm. So I'm assuming that I was really tired, and that's a sign that I need to adjust the way I'm handling my sleep. So thank you for that. What I'm most grateful for today is, while my weekend was amazing, I don't enjoy traveling, driving, being in a car. So I'm very grateful to be home with my puppy and my life and my routine. And what I want to share most today is I'm not going on any more trips again anytime soon, no matter how enticing, because I'm quite the homebody. So I'm going to turn it over to Martha, our new Martha.
Okay. I'm just getting the food straightened out, and now you want me to look at my sleep. That has as many problems as the food had. So I learned a lot tonight, and I know I go to bed too late, and I sleep way too much in the morning, which isn't good. And I have a lot of depression, so I sleep then too. And if I'm not doing that, I'm staring at a TV, and that's not like me either. So my first step is to get the food straightened out, and I've started water aerobics at the Y several times a week with my sister-in-law. So I'm hoping that the energy will come back and I'll be able to, but this will help me set some goals of how to get better sleep.
Perfect.
And what am I grateful? I'm grateful for all of you tonight.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Really,
It's nice to have you with us.
really nice to be here. I've never done one of these before, and this is amazing to me. What I want to share most. I talked to my son tonight. I only have one, no grandkids. So I steal grandkids from everybody that I get. And I was a kindergarten, first grade teacher, so I really love the little ones. And I sort of adopt them as I go along too. That gives me somebody to make things for. And, you know, I like to make dolls and little blankets and stuff like that. So,
that's
and
cool.
All right.
that's about it.
I have 25 grandchildren. Maybe I will.
You
You can take some.
You could rent a trading cart with one of them, Tony.
You could rent them out. Yeah, that would be nice.
Our grandchildren are all very precious. So
I know, I've seen them. They're beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Martha.
Pictures are wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of your traveling, but so happy that you were both able to do all that.
I know. We're taking advantage of it while we can. So I will close it up. Thank you for sharing, Martha.
Can I say something? Can I interject something?
Yes.
New Martha, I don't know if you heard when Mommy said, but I found that with my mental health issues, depression being among them, that getting the proper nutrition just really was life-changing. So I'll keep you in my prayers that you experienced the same benefit that I did.
Thank you. I was on this several years ago, and I think I lost 60 pounds and kept it off a couple of years. But due to the situation I was living in, I'm back where I am, and I'm here again. So everything's new, and the food is all better, tastes much better, and I'm excited. Thank you.
So, and that's what I'm most grateful for today is you, Martha. And my takeaway tonight is how many things I have incorporated into my life, but there's so many things I have glossed over. So I'm going to go back through that list. And like I said, I will post them for anybody that wants to check out what it is they're saying and add them a piece by piece, just the ones that apply to you. And I would say, Bird Mom, as long as you're getting sleep and you're rested, that you're doing it right. That's your way. Yeah. What I want to share most today is that I love my floors. Tony had my
They're great. They're beautiful.
floors. I mean, I just can't quit walking on them, looking at them, cleaning them. It's really changed the whole appearance of my whole house. I'm really grateful.
Yes, it has. It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Great to see you, Connie.
Well, when you get back, you will. Okay. And Martha, are you still planning like the 25th?
Yes, I am.
So that's a definite?
Well, it is. I was still trying to look for a hotel so I wouldn't run into you-know-who when I'm down there. But I'm hoping we'll figure something out when I'm there because I'd rather be with you.
Yeah, I don't think, I think here would be fine. But of course, it's completely up to you. And I probably would feel better if you were here with us.
I would feel better if I was with friends too than all alone up there.
Yeah, and so we've had other people come in from out of town, and when they're here, we get you together and we do a little lean and green or something. So we'll make sure we do that while you're here as well. And you'll get.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, one of the things about being in the Brady Bunch is that when you go and you meet these people in person, you don't feel like you're meeting them for the first time. You actually feel like you know them. It's really kind of cool.
It is.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for coming, and we'll get this recording posted in the Huddle Up, and those that couldn't join tonight, they'll be able to watch it tomorrow.
Thank you.
Sounds
Okay,
good.